Hey there, all my Tauruses. You know how I love you all so very much. So today, I just wanted to do a little reading for y'all, and I'm going to mix it up again like I always do. So, my name's Sapphire Stacy, and I am an Earth sign, Virgo here, and so I've got my fairy tarot here, and I just gotta be honest with y'all. I went ahead and did the cards first this time, at least the first 4, because I spend so much time shuffling and all that. It takes eons to upload way out here in the country. So if you appreciate my readings and you would like to see more, please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Let me take a quick swig of my coffee and we will just get started. So the first card we've got is What's Crossing You. And this particular card is, it's showing this man who looks like maybe he's a druid or something. And he is enlightened. He's illuminating the sword. But what he's really going through is he's been through a lot of hard times, depression. He's also, it says martyrdom, which could be that he's the martyr, or it could be that he's dealing with someone who is acting like a martyr. In other words, some people will make you feel bad for them and make you feel like you need to accommodate them. They'll try to give you guilt and make themselves the martyr, make themselves feel bad, and you know, that's just not called for. It's not necessary. So but this can cause suicidal tendencies. It can cause some just deep dark anxiety. And I think everyone in 2020 is either super upset because their family's sick and dying, or they just don't, you know, they're just completely oblivious and don't even believe it at all. Either way, whatever you're feeling, it's not a good feeling. It doesn't matter if you're one of the people who just really doesn't want to wear your mask, or if you're one of the many people who, you know, is just tired of being sick and is ready to feel better already. Maybe you've had to work with the public or the elderly, and maybe you've had a lot of people come in contact with you that were very sick, and you're just trying not to get sick. Well, don't give yourself kidney stones taking a bunch of vitamins that aren't good for you, okay? Let me see. Okay, so your immediate future is the 8 of Tyne, which this card is like the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is talking about the golden ring, which, yes, that is very much like the golden ring that Golem had. And basically, great power. It's talking about great power. And great power comes to, you know, anybody, just about anybody who reaches out for it. If you ask, you shall receive. But the true power is not negative. It is positive. It's going to be more than one person who is holding this power. And if it's true power and power from light, then it's not going to be just one person. It's going to be a multiplicity of people who are bringing this together for the positive. Alrighty, and then we've got, for your truth revealed, is the Guide. This is by far one of my favorite cards, and it was once when I read these cards for myself that I had met a Taurus, and I felt like, wow, this Taurus is my guide. But maybe it's your turn, Taurus, to get the guide that you need, and who knows what might come of it, but it says that whenever you're ready, your guide will find you, and it says that you have to make yourself available. If you're hiding out and you're never actually going out searching for your guide will never come to you. You'll never find it. Alright, and then the Seven of Tyne, which is let me take a quick look about this one because it is very strange. It's the Champion Wheel, alright? And this card warns against the challenges of high ambition, always vulnerable to threats from both parties, of those above and those who are watching your progress, those below you who want your position, and the position of power can be held only by sustained effort, skill, and courage. So it's not time to let off. If you're not feeling challenged, then it's time to move forward, okay? To touch the spear of Lug, this is it. I can't really pronounce Lu. Lu is the way you pronounce it. To touch the spear of Lu, you become the power of alchemy, the wielder of the creativity or destruction. Only the champion knows how to channel such power effectively and with balance. Alright, so I did grab some random cards here, but we're only going to do 2 today, okay? Because we're running short on time. The identification card. So this is the law of identification, which is with your will, you can become anything. If you identify it, you can do it. If that's what you want, it will be yours. And then we also have the law of cause and effect. Both of these are from my Hermetic deck, which is absolutely great with this this deck that a good friend of mine gave me. Once a friend, now I don't know what we are anymore, but definitely not friends. But the law of cause and effect shows causation. So, in other words, whatever you do, and I can't tell you how many times I say this in every single reading almost, whatever you do affects everyone around you. And you might think that your actions do not affect others, but they do. Alright, so just be careful and be wary of everything, out there that could be causing you to go awry. You definitely don't want to, make any rash decisions without thinking it through first, okay? Tauruses are my fellow earth signs, and the moment that I, meet a lot of Tauruses, I just feel completely, at one with them. I feel like, our souls are merged somehow through the earth, and so I always have a very, very high emotional, connection with my Tauruses. If any of you need a personal reading, please go to my Patreon page and subscribe to my channel. Anyone who is my patron does get free readings. So I'm just gonna, I did a bunch of these cards. They're kind of Celtic. A lot of these are Celtic symbols. This one here is the law of threefold return. So just like anything else, the law of attraction. If you put in a tiny bit of effort, then you're going to get a tiny bit of return. But if you put in a massive amount of effort, then you're going to get a mass amount of return. Okay? And I really have enjoyed making these cards, and some of the symbolism is not very clear. Like right away, you may not recognize right away, but this is a symbol of not only NASA, but the Masons, and universal hexagram is what it's called. Invoke and banish. Alright, so this might be representing something in your life that is causing you some issues. Let's banish that out of your life. We're banishing it right now. If there's something or someone who's causing you detriment, I hereby banish them out of your life. Okay? We're going to use this hexagram, hex symbol. This is not a hexagram, but it says a universal hexagram. So it's not a regular hexagram. It's a universal hexagram. And let's try one more. Let's see what else we've got here in this old... I'm kind of afraid because you never know what you might pull out. Okay. Some of these are strange, okay? So, because of the pandemic, I tried to do a whole deck that's based on bloodletting. But it turned out to be entirely too creepy to even go there. But earth, wind, water, fire are all set into a, a way, like where you were born and what your ailment is going to decipher whether or not you need bloodletting. It's very, very strange. But basically, I made all these little cards that had to do with the bloodletting because back in the first plague, there was so many hack doctors that would try to, they would do all kinds of crazy things to get you better. One of them being bloodletting. Most of the time, they would take your blood. And with today, there's so many strange things going on in the world. People are talking about babies getting murdered so that people can drink their blood. I don't know about all that. I'm sure that there's a better way. Okay. So, if you are drinking baby blood, shame. You shouldn't do that. It's not right. You're gonna definitely see your tenfold return on that, okay? So, here's the feminine energy. This is the energy that, oddly, this is also an alien symbol. I've seen this before. Literally, I have seen this on Ancient Aliens. And, so maybe we've got some alien feminists up there that want equality. But it also says psychic ability. So, a lot of people believe that all you have to do is just believe that you're psychic and it will just come to you. I don't know if I believe all that. I definitely get some weird vibes from people as soon as I meet them. If I shake their hand, I could tell what kind of person they are, like that. Just as soon, and it's not always a good thing, because sometimes you meet someone and you really think that they're a very good person, you get good vibes from them, and then you realize that they're a grifter, and, you have to be very careful with people who put off those strong vibes like that, because they might actually be trying to manipulate you. Alright, so there's your warning for today, and there's your reading. I hope that it was very helpful. If you have someone in your life who's really struggling with possibly suicide or anything like that, you make sure that you call them, reach out to them, talk to them. If it's you're more than welcome to call me and reach out to me if you're feeling suicidal, if you're feeling like being a martyr. Definitely don't do that. Alright, you have a wonderful day.